Hi everyone, Davis here, Davis here, and today we are going to continue actually drawing my character designs. Character designs, my portfolio stuff. On the last stream, we've started actually working on the character for the portfolio, but I don't necessarily like the design, especially since I've already kind of established what it is. I didn't really went with my notes, but to be fair, it's actually better if you are not going with your first notes. It's usually giving you much more room. Just gonna post stuff on Twitter and Blue Sky. Okay, flames. Here, and there, here and there, here and there. Click. Okay, I think I've sent the links everywhere where I should. So, what actually bothers me in this character? Well, to be fair, it's actually far inferior. I feel like I could do a way better job with a couple parts, especially since this character is supposed to be actually a just living armor with like fire coming out. Yeah. So I think I might as well. I might as well just keep him, or I might exchange his head. Or like a fire going on. Hi Dinox, got heavy here, how are you? Hope how's it going? I think this is the first nice run, so hope we find a comfy corner here. How are you? So yeah, let's take that out. And I also think that hi Muto, got heavy here, how are you? Hope how's it going? So yeah, let's just keep drawing. Ooh. Thank you Dynax for subscribing, welcome to the family. Good. How are you doing today? I've slept way too much, that's for sure. And well, besides that, I guess pretty good. Lucky? Not really. You know, I feel bad when I'm sleeping too much. It's actually affecting me and my creativity for some reason. And I've slept like really long. How do I want to make that fire? I keep on waking up. Oof, I know that feel. I've had similar thing going on not that long ago. Yeah, I need some sort of like a color here, probably. Kinda like that guy from My Hero Academia. Can you do manga? Yeah, we actually have our manga going on. Yeah, I feel you, though. Kind of like, bro, increase voice? Am I not going through, folks? Am I speaking too silently? There's nothing wrong with the sound, I see. Maybe music is a bit too loud, I see. Hi Mana, Gotevi here, how are you? Hope it's going. Maybe music too loud? There we go. Drop down the music a bit. While on my end, not clear sometimes. Hi USA, Gotevi here, how are you? Hope it's going. I hear you fine. Dinox, you can always check up if it's not on your side, because I see that everyone else is saying that it's fine. I've made the music a bit more quiet. Hope that helps. Some exercise and a glass of cold water help with sleep. True. True, that helps. Next, draw dynamic poses. Hi Simon, good to have you here. How are you? Hope Ryan is going. Is this a Dulahan? Yeah, I'm thinking about redoing the current design as to make some kind of Dulahan kind of character, but I can't really figure things out. Why 2025 sucks for you, Simon? Next, your dynamic poses, place. I gotta go bye. Bye bye. What is wrong with Elf? I mean, I don't know, it just didn't fit well with the general idea of it. Maybe kinda. Yeah, I might just stay with the Elf. It do to sometimes else. Actually, Dinox, we have some plans for drawing. For sure we are going to draw dynamic poses because this is on my roster. I need to make some planchettes. some setups of some setups with different posing and stuff, so for sure we are going to have that on the list to my portfolio. Like straight up the dynamic poses. Reminds me of Sword Online for some reason. Yeah, actually, that's why I've wanted to kind of change him, because it's not necessarily something I would want to go for. Like, it actually reeks too much of Sword Online. You sound extra slow today. Are you drowsy? A bit. A bit. I don't know. I'm just. I've slept too much, and it's actually usually it's actually making me feel drowsy really quickly throughout the day. It's also because the weather is changing constantly, and I'm actually getting affected by it. For some reason, I'm like, we have a word for it. It's called being meteopathic. Like, you are getting affected by. You took my sleep, probably. Yeah, probably. There we go. I really like that kind of like destroyed half of the face. After all, he's supposed to be like a demon to someone, right? And maybe we can also throw in some... maybe I can give him like some horns. Actually, let me think, what's next? Next should be the third character, actually, when it comes to the design, and then for each character I have to add like 2 more like 2 more faces for each of the character, like different emoticons, just somewhere like expand it a little and draw faces one under another, you know, for some facial expressions. We're of course going to still make like full facial expression charts and stuff. Some dynamic poses, some sketches. Unfortunately, portfolio for character designers is pretty much just full of sketches. It's generally looking like this, so... Okay, so we have the... We have our Asgirl, because that's supposed to be his name. So let's get to drawing rest of him. Sleep problem gang, yeah. They are a sleep problem gang. Actually, what I don't really like to do is drawing mouths on the side view. I don't know, like you can't really do that. For me, it just feels like, you know, from the side view, it's just a bit meh. Like, for example, I've done this with Lilith. It's unnatural, yeah. It's making things unnatural though. Is it aligned with the front view? I hope so. I'm trying my best to align it. Chin is aligned. Mouth is aligned. And nose is aligned. Yeah, it is. Actually, folks, how did your days went? Everybody survived, and the window too. Got to hear that. Got to hear that. Rainy, very dark skies, but comforting. Glad to hear it. At least it's comforting. New Dune series is pretty watchable too. Dune series? Dune Prophecy? Oh, okay, yeah. Made by HBO? Yeah, I've heard about this one. Totally forgot about it, to be fair. Also, it's like 10k years before the movies. Ooh. That's really interesting. And it's more like something Asimov would write. Okay. Wait, which one was Asimov? I'm really bad at names, especially of directors' names. By the way, Mama, did you draw something today? Hi Skylar, got over here. How are you? Hope Brian has going. Not since last time. Oh. Still out of ideas? iRobot Foundation, etc. Lots of robotics and similar sci-fi. See. To be fair, if that's more or less the type of writing, I have to say that that fits, at least in my opinion, that fits Dune quite a bunch, kinda. But Dune is more like the style of writing, right? A dev needs a binky and some chew toys. Yeah. Maybe his bottom teeth are coming in. Mana, would you want to have some words to make artwork out of? I can do that. Bruh, imagine. We can go for it. Sounds good. Maybe sleep a little dev, yeah. Sleeping on top of the frame, that would be cool. So, Fennec? Wait. That fox, Fennec. Fennec? Yeah, Fennec. With two N's and one C. Fennec? Saber? Brain cogwheel sounds. Fennec, Saber, Cube, or Elf. Desert. There are 5 words for you. If someone wants to also join onto the thing, go ahead, you can also draw something with those words. Brain coggle sounds. E. But again, the Zergs are connected. Yeah, we got this. Can't wait. Too busy making monster characters? I mean, theoretically, you can make like Fennec Elf in desert themes that is fighting with sabers, and you can create some kind of a monster that is going to be like a kobold, but give me one Polish word. One Polish word. G. What Polish word I can give you? To that list, right? Fennec Cube Elf. I have a Monster Girl encyclopedia that is helping me with creating monster, I see. I see. I don't know. What Polish word? Why am I so good with... Oh, the MGE? Bruh. Polish word, Polish word. Ah, G. Um, um, I mean, do you have anything on mind? Or would you want like very random one? Um, anything? Okay. We have a lot of like race, place, like thing and a weapon. I don't know, maybe an emotion. I know. Damn. I mean, there's Kohach, to love. Or Wściekły, which is angry, actually. Yeah. Okay. Making some game characters based on that. A man of class. Yeah. I see you're a man of culture as well. It does help, yeah. A fellow man of degenerate knowledge. Goddamn. But to be fair, it can actually help a lot with some stuff. Because like, usually references like this are also taking to debunk things that usually you don't really consider. And that kinda shows you some additional view on how exactly the race or character can work. I'm totally not trying to... Okay, I'm not going to dig another hole for myself. But like, for example... Yeah. I'm not going... Okay, I'm not... Yeah, I've said I'm not going to dig a hole for myself. I'm not going to push further into that. Yesterday all over again, they... Yeah. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so embarrassed yesterday. Let's not come back to that day, please.